Good morning, grab your cup. I want to talk about the energy centers, the energy that moves through our body that keeps us alive. Not like having the energy to go for a run, but the actual life force energy that moves through our body. So it moves through our body in a very particular pattern, just like our blood. Our cardiovascular system has a path that the blood has to go. You don't want your blood flowing backwards, right? You want the valves to move it forwards. And our lymph system drains toxins. We have lymph nodes all over our body, and they pull toxins and waste products out to send to the liver. Well, our energy system also has a particular pathway and way that it's supposed to go and how it regulates our body. We don't see the energy in the same way we see the other two, but it's there. And there's 7 different places in your body, 7 different centers that require the energy to move through. And each of those 7 centers has its own biochemistry, its own hormones, its own nerves to help take the energy and utilize it for that area of the body that it's responsible for. And when that energy is moving the right way and a good balance of the correct hormones and neurotransmitters and the right chemistry is present, then the energy moves freely, right? Just like if you have too much cholesterol in your blood, it can get thick and not flow, or you can get a blood clot for different reasons, etc., right? So same thing with the energy. When the right biochemistry and hormones are there in balance, that's the key, is that there's a good balance. Then the energy moves and it moves up to the next center. So the 7 different centers are responsible for different parts of your physical body. They also relate to the way things are happening in your life. So the bottom center, the very first one, is really where the reproductive organs are. So all of those hormones, that biochemistry, and when you think up here in your head, you can actually turn on that center, even if you're not, it might be the middle of the day, but your thoughts can trigger that center to turn on. So I'm pointing that out because people get that, and in all of the centers, our thoughts have a huge impact on that center being turned on and that center moving energy appropriately. So the bottom one is the reproductive. That's where we create a baby so that the human species can continue to go on, right? That's a very important center. The next one up is digestion of food. So same thing, you can think about your meal tonight. You can think about what you're gonna make over the weekend. You can think about your favorite cookie, and your mouth starts to salivate and you start to feel hungry, and you weren't really hungry until you thought about the meal. That's why Burger King commercials late at night are very effective for people, right? So that's the second center. And if you look at it, once you create the baby, you now have to feed it and take care of it. So as the energy moves up in our body, it's also related to how we are as human beings. That's the center where our social structures and our family dynamic is governed by, in that center. The third center is the solar plexus. It's between the bottom ribs and the belly button. That's the center where you've created a baby, you're able to feed it and create community, and now you're gonna stake your claim in the world. That's the center where you're competitive. That's the center where if you need aggression to make sure you're safe, that's the center where the adrenals are, right? It's in that mid above the belly button. So the kidneys are there, the pancreas, the pancreas is lower, but the adrenals are there. So that's the center when we're in fight or flight, it gets turned on. That's the center when people are out of balance, they're very angry and aggressive out in the world. Or the opposite side, they're very timid and they don't speak up because they're out of balance there. So that's the solar plexus. When everything is good and moving up and you feel safe, then the energy can move up into your heart. And that's really important because just like your thoughts can turn on your digestive system and make you hungry, or your reproductive systems. Your thoughts can also turn on your adrenals. Your thoughts can turn on your adrenals to trigger fight or flight, and then cortisol is being produced. So when that's happening, the energy is really caught down in those lower three with our everyday living experiences. But it's the upper four that bring us peace of mind and joy and connect to our intuition. But we never get there up into our heart space where we're feeling love. The next one is here in our throat, where we want to express love and talk about what we're doing in the world and feel free to share ourselves. When we keep our energy down in the bottom three, those are the survival. That's what it takes to live as a human being. We need to keep the species alive. We need to be fed and protected, and then we need to stake our claim in the world. When our energy stays there and we don't do what it takes to move up, then our life is a reflection of that, and our physical body is a reflection of that. So this month, I'm going to talk a lot about energy, a lot about the impact of that, how to do that, and the workshop at the end of the month. If you're interested, you could put it on your calendar now. It's going to be the last Thursday of the month, but I'm going to do it at night so that more people can attend live. So it'll be the last Thursday of the month in the evening. I'll share with you the link. And that's going to be much more in-depth conversation, but also then the how-to. How do I move my energy? How do I balance my energy centers? What do I need to notice? Okay? But for now, just be really aware of it's just as important, I would even say more important than your blood and your lymph, but it's the same thing. It's a system in your body moving energy through each section of your body to make sure it keeps working, the physical body, and also the things that it relates to in life, your relationships, your feelings of peace and calm, your connection, your creation of your life, okay? So that's today. Have a great one, and I'll see you again over a cup of coffee. Bye.